What's up, everybody? I'm the Yellow Ranger, and on this episode of What the Fuck, we're going to be talking about the Ken and Barbie unalivers, referring to Paul Bernardo and Carla Homolka, a Canadian couple whose good looks and suburban images hid some of the most gruesome crimes in Canadian history. They were active from 1990 to 1993, where they unalived three young women, including Carla's sister Tammy. Tammy Homolka was Carla's 15-year-old sister who was drugged with a veterinarian sedative that Carla stole from work for Bernardo so he could assault her as a gift. She stopped breathing during the assault and choked on her own vomit. Police ruled this as an accident, but later finding videotape showing that this was anything but an accident. The second victim was Leslie Malfoy. In 1991, she was a 14-year-old who was abducted outside of her home after missing curfew. She was unalived and dismembered, her remains encased in concrete and dumped in a nearby lake. The third victim was Christy French. She was a 15-year-old who was abducted in broad daylight after school. She was tortured and filmed for 3 days before being unalived. Her body was found in a ditch. In 1993, DNA evidence linked Paul to a series of earlier sexual assaults, the Scarborough rapist case. Both were arrested. Carla cut a plea deal claiming abuse and received 12 years for manslaughter. Weeks later, police would discover videotape showing her actively participating in the assaults, but the deal could not be undone. Bernardo was convicted of first-degree murder in 1995, and he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The case became known as a deal with the devil. Carla, on the other hand, was released in 2005 after serving her full term of only 12 years. She married her lawyer's brother and had children. She lives quietly in Quebec under a different name. Paul Bernardo remains in maximum security custody after all. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Carla only receiving 12 years and then they cut a deal with her and find video evidence of her being just as involved as Paul? What are your thoughts of her living a quiet life with kids now and him still being in a maximum facility and she being just as guilty as he is? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who I should do next. Peace.